Hey guys, Quinlan the Warlock here, coming to you from Battle for Gilneas, and actually just telling everybody that my next few videos actually will all be from Battle for Gilneas, specifically because I took advantage of the call to arms, and Alliance seems to win a ton at Battle for Gilneas. I don't know why. We're just doing really well here at the moment. Alright, so I'm just going to focus more on gameplay. I've gone through all the changes for 4.2. Not much has changed. There's been a few hot fixes and things like that. Nothing really that crazy. I've told you guys in my other video about all the bad changes to the rogues. And then also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but Death Knights are getting nerfed a fair bit, especially with Glyph of Dark Succor nerf, which is what all Death Knights get to make sure that their Death Strikes heal a ton. That's getting nerfed. And so yeah, Death Knights aren't going to be as strong as they are in 4.1 right now, and maybe we might see actually a lot of people going back to Unholy because Unholy's getting a buff. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna focus on the game. I head the mines. I like heading the mines. I don't know, because if we take mines, we can trap the majority of the horde force at the boats. Because how the graveyards work now is if, say, we take lighthouse and mines, and they take waterworks. If any of them die at waterworks, they'll come straight to us at mines. So that means that if we take mines and can hold mines, we can keep a lot of the horde force busy. Alright, so I'm starting off and I'm casting on people, and then a rogue jumps on me, so I make sure that I get my Shadow Flame off before I teleport, because if a rogue can stay on me, I don't have many cooldowns to keep him in place. So I get the Curse of Exhaustion on him right away, and that's crucial for me against a rogue. You need the Curse of Exhaustion, unless you have a Shadow Flame up, because then you can switch your curse momentarily, but I feel as if the Curse of Exhaustion is something crucial, because if a rogue gets on you, they can put Crippling Poison on you almost instantly, and once Crippling Poison's on you, things go downhill really quickly. I'm a gnome, so I have Escape Artist, but besides that, all you really have to get out of the Crippling Poison is your teleport, and once that's gone, if a rogue is subtlety, they can just Shadow Step right to where you are at your new teleport. So it's crucial that the rogue doesn't hit you in the first place. If you can keep that from happening, then you'll do a lot better than if you let him and then you teleport and then he just Shadow Steps you, because then things get out of hand really quickly, especially because he can just trinket your Howl, and then what do you have? A 3-second fear, and even when you try and cast fear, your 3-second fear on him, he can just Cloak of Shadows that. As a rogue, I found Affliction Warlocks especially a really easy class to beat, and yeah, I get happy when I see one, so that's why it's really hard for us Affliction Warlocks to beat rogues. Alright, so they come out with a huge pop. The Enhancement Shaman pulls out all his elementals, and that's always annoying, especially because I think the Earth Shield target, if I hadn't feared him, was going on me. And I see now that they have a healer, so I'm making sure I'm dot switching and trying to overwhelm the healer. If I can put dots on more people, then the better. But then unfortunately a Pally and the warrior comes back to me, so I have to get out of there. I'm backing up, trying to strafe away, and yeah. But it looks like I'm going down, specifically because if you can see, there's 2 warriors now on me. The Pally, I think, went down. I had to pull my Hearthstone, but I don't have a Soul Burn to use, so there's no way I can get out. And yeah, I get taken out. We definitely got overwhelmed there. As you can see, there was only one of us left, and they had 4 people or so. Just, that's the downside to defending the mine, because, see, we had Lighthouse and Mine, but they had Waterworks, and so I guess some of them must have died at Waterworks, because yeah, as you can see, we took Waterworks. My mistake, sorry. And what that meant is that they all revived at the boat, giving them mine. So I like the games to work. I like when the Alliance takes Lighthouse and Mines and leaves Waterworks, because you can hold most of the horde force at bay at Mines. And I know a lot of people are fans of Lighthouse Waterworks or Mines Waterworks, but just, I don't know, if you can, Waterworks is kind of in the middle of the both bases, and if you keep a good defense at both bases, then the horde side, like, they don't really zerg anywhere. They're not too good at that if they only have Waterworks, from what I've seen. I'm sure there are games where they do really well at that, but as you can see, as you saw there, we were really good at keeping all our bases up, and yeah. Alright, so I run around for a bit. I don't know where to go. I was trying to figure out where the horde was, really, so then I figure out that they're all coming to Waterworks, which is kind of dumb because I circled around Waterworks. So So I'm making sure that I have dots on the healer because I want to keep the healer dotted. And then, unfortunately, the rogue goes for me. And rogues typically want warlocks dead. I don't know why. Same with hunters. Rogues really like to kill hunters and warlocks. And yeah, so that rogue, I know that rogue's gonna just keep trying to kill me, so I'm hiding behind the building. I have my demonic circle here, and this is a really great place to put it. And I switched sides of the building so that if anyone saw me, that they don't follow me, and I could keep casting from the other side unnoticed. And unfortunately, this is when the rogue decides to jump on me again. So I trinket the kidney shot, and I know that trinketing the kidney shot isn't always the best move, but what I did it here because I know that if the rogue blinds me, he won't be able to immediately get a garrote on me, so I won't be silenced, and I can go for a teleport right away. Whereas if he kidney shots me, I'm stuck there, and he can do as much damage as he wants. So I'd rather be blinded close to my teleport than a kidney shot, especially because I had a couple dots on him, and he didn't have Cloak of Shadows. He used it earlier. I recognized that. So I knew that he couldn't Cloak of Shadows vanish. So I knew he would have had no option to garrote me. And yeah, so now I'm stuck here. I'm really trying to make my way out. So I'm running away from the rogue. Rogue props his Cloak of Shadows again, and I just teleport back. And this is, you can see how this is such a great place to cast, because just if anyone comes near you, just teleport back. They lose track of you so quickly. I'm sure the rogue has just gone around now looking for me and sees that I'm not here. I went right to the middle, and yeah, and then we easily took this place now. Even their healer is dipping, but then this Pally tries to go in me, which kind of sucks. But whatever, he has no hope of killing me right now. And yeah, because I'm really, like, where I am now at Waterworks, I'm really just safe from almost anything. Because if I teleported right there, the Pally just would have lost complete track of me in any way. Why chase me down around the house? I could just LOS him when there's like 4 people hitting you too. He'd probably actually just stop attacking me. So that's a really great place. Sorry, that's a really great place to defend as an Affliction Warlock, as any type of Warlock really, not just Affliction. All right, so now I see that we have Lighthouse and we had and Waterworks, so I was gonna head to mines, but then they take the mines, so I think, all right, might as well still head to mines, because as I said before, I like having mines. I really like defending mines, and so I run to the house and I put a circle behind the house, because as I said before, it's a really good place to put a circle. And yeah, so I start casting, and immediately I see that there's actually a fair amount of people here, and I see that the Enhancement Shaman has gone on me, and I hate fighting Enhancement Shamans. As I also play an Enhancement Shaman, I can tell you that they are so good against casters. Their Shamanistic Rage can get rid of all magical debuffs, along with the fact that they can interrupt every fear you cast at them, as well as the fact that they have ways of stunning you with their Ghost Wolves, and they'll just, with Spirit Walk, they'll break movement impairing effects, and they will be right back on you all the time. It's almost impossible to keep an Enhancement Shaman off you. Alright, so what happened there was, I could have teleported earlier behind the house, but I wanted to make sure that I had a Shadow Fury up. I mean, a Shadow Flame. Why do I always say Shadow Fury? Alright, so I had a Shadow Flame up, and then I got the teleport, because the Shadow Flame gave me the 70% movement debuff. Alright, so this is kind of where I make a big mistake. I should have just let this warrior go by. I don't know why I didn't. I trinket the throwdown, because at least during the fear he can't hit me, and then I get away. But this puts me at a really big disadvantage, because as you can see, the Pally and the Enhancement Shaman go on me, and the Death Knight, and I had no trinket or anything, so the Death Knight blanket silenced me, and I had no hope. Alright, so yeah, so now I'm back at Lighthouse, and this is a couple minutes later, because I had a bad graveyard pop, and then I was running around for a bit, and I didn't know where to go, really. And so I'm back at Lighthouse now. We took back mines, but now they took it back again, and yeah. So I'm gonna mount up, and I'm gonna just head over the mines. I'm gonna see what's happening there, see if I can do some good damage there. And because a lot of times in mines there ends up, or Waterworks actually, never really at Lighthouse, well it does happen but not as much I've noticed, is that there are really big fights where I can just cast on everything and nobody notices. So I see a huge fight going on, I get an Inferno ready, and I immediately put down a circle. And there, I have an Infernal in there dealing sick damage, intimidating people, because no one can say that they're not intimidated by an Infernal. They deal so much damage, especially really sweet area of effect damage. And if you're ever in a game where there's more than one person or so, you want to use the Infernal instead of the Doomguard, because the Doomguard deals much better single target damage. But in a fight like this, there were so many people around, there might be more coming. The graveyard's gonna pop, and more gonna come in, and yeah, and just an Infernal's really sweet. So the Death Knight pops his anti-magic shield, so I take that as a sign to run, because there's nothing I can do to them during that time. I can cast most of the time I spam Fell Flame, so to try and take down their shield, but most of the time I can't do anything during that time, and it gives Death Knights a really good opportunity to get back in the game, because I can easily kite a Death Knight with Curse of Exhaustion and Howl of Terror once they've Death Grip up until the time that they use their anti-magic shield, because then I either have to have a teleport ready, escape artist to get out of the chains of ice, or just or a Deathglow, no wait, not a Deathglow, sorry, because they have anti-magic shield, but just, yeah, there's nothing I can do to get out of that at that time. So yeah, I just ran away, and the Death Knight goes down eventually, because there's nothing he could have done. And now I'm just making sure I'm on the outskirts, I'm casting on a lot of people. I back up because it seems like there's not many alliance left, and there's just a few of us, and so I try and back up onto the outskirts. You always want to be on the outskirts of a fight when you're dot dancing with Affliction. And yeah, so I'm just making sure that I'm casting on everybody. I'm trying not to be too noticed, because if people start noticing me, they'll start attacking me, and it'll get really dangerous for me. Because if one or two people are attacking me as an Affliction Warlock, you just really don't have that many defensive cooldowns, and if you run out, they will just nuke you down in a couple of seconds. So it's really crucial to not be too noticed, not to be the big target in a fight, and whenever you do become the big target, you often go down right away. So this is one place I really like to cast, because not many people know you're here, and you can actually cast through the wooden shed. You're not LOS. And so it's a really great place to cast there, but then people start getting out of range, so I come back out, making sure that we're winning this fight, and it looks like we are, so I immediately just move up a bit. I'm taking a bit more of a risk being here, but I feel like we have the force to defend the mines without any trouble. So now what happens is I put a closer demonic circle, because I feel like I'm not gonna need the other one that's way farther back. And I get pulled in by this Death Knight, so I immediately howl. He Lichborns it, and I Curse of Exhaustion him, and I teleport. And now see, he's got his shield up, he's got Lichborn up at the same time. That's not something you want to do, because now he has no way of stopping any of my spells. And see, I can just get him into a fear. I deathcoiled him into a fear there, and now he's just done. So it's never a good idea that I use Lichborn and Anti-Magic Shield at the same time, I would say, against an Affliction Warlock, because then you really have nothing to stop them. They get it. That Death Coil gives them an automatic fear. Often enough, I hit them into a Death Coil, and I'd go for a fear, but then they just Lichborn that fear. And if they already have used Lichborn, if they've already used Anti-Magic Shield, which they could have used to block a fear, then they really have nothing left. So I make a mistake back there. I tried to use a soul swap onto a shaman, and I didn't think that he probably would have had a grounding totem up, so that was just a mistake on my part, because I wasted 3 dots. I should have opened up with a Fell Flame, which I try to do against shamans if they have a totem set up before I get to them. And so that was just my mistake. Once again, the Death Knight's on me, and I'm trying to just kite the Death Knight. He gets too close because of Anti-Magic Shield, and there's nothing I can do, so I'm trying to get back to my circle. This makes me realize that I should have a closer circle, because I've gone way too far up. So I have a circle a bit farther back now. I'm casting on the Warlock. I should have backed away. I knew he was a Destruction Warlock. That was my mistake. I put a Howl on him just so we can take him out easily, and soul swap to the Death Knight, and this Death Knight seems to not like me. But he ignores me this time, so I'm just making sure that both of these Death Knights go down. He gets polymorphed, but I don't know. I want him dead. Unfortunately, he gets the Hungering Cold, so nothing I really could have done about that. I had my trinket was off cooldown, so was on cooldown. So yeah, there's nothing really I could have done there right now. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hoping to put up more videos soon. Anyway, see ya.